It's live now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's live now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's live now. Sarvana ji, you may start.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, yes, please. Your voice is
Yes, sir.
audible.
Sir, voice is audible, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's live now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome all of you members. Today we start 56th GST Council meeting. Small discussion with our sir. Yes, should I go to simplified analysis of 56th GST Council meeting? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello. Sir, voice is audible, sir.
Yes, 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 please
Yes, sure,
continue.
sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us, sir. Now shall we go, sir?
So, shall I start now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, okay. So, hello everyone. Good evening to all. Today we all are here to discuss regarding the 56th GST Council meeting. This 56th GST Council meeting is very special for all of us, okay? Because this 56th GST Council meeting brings multiple changes, multiple new things for all of us, okay? So we can say this will be a very special meeting for all of us, okay? A lot of changes are there due to this 56th GST Council meeting. So first of all, welcome you all and thank you to the Tax Consultant Society for organizing this event in association with Batuk Academy for the betterment of the members, for the betterment of the professionals regarding this 56th GST Council meeting. Sir, this meeting is very, very, very important, okay? I am also going to share with you the reason that why this meeting is very relevant. Because, sir, all the past meetings which has been conducted by the council, there may be chances that those meetings were related to the professionals, will affect the industry, trade and professionals only. But this is the first time when this 56th GST Council meeting is going to affect the household, the housewife as well, the common man as well, including you and me. Everyone is affected from this 56th GST Council meeting because there is change from a very base ground, okay? So this is the opportunity for all of us to learn something new through this 56th GST Council meeting, and this is going to be very special, okay? So we all are here to discuss the points. Sir, before moving ahead, I just want to share with you certain rules about this session. This session will be completely based on practical approach. So I just require one thing from all of you, okay? Because you all are professional of the Tax Consultant Society, you are all are the members, the learning members. So I request each one of you Try to make this session interesting and interactive. Okay, on YouTube we have the chat box, so if you have any query, any concern, in that case you can easily post your queries and your questions in the chat box. We'll definitely take your queries and questions. Okay, also I request to each one of you, suggest your fellow members, suggest your fellow friends to join this workshop. The link is already available with you, so that they can also join this particular session and we all can create a great world of knowledge. Okay, the mode of communication of the session will be in English language only. We'll talk on the detailed way of critical analysis of this 56th GST Council meeting. I am not going to discuss the rate rationalization and changes in rate. Okay, at the end of session we'll provide you one Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet we have prepared the comparison of existing rate and the proposed rate of each and every item headwise. So it will be very easy for you if you want to suggest your client to decide the rate. In that case, yes, it is very easy for you. Okay, so in this particular session we'll discuss the practical concern which is there due to this 56th GST Council meeting, because sir, we all are family members. Okay, so I can very easily discuss the things with all of you. The point is that everyone is saying that due to this GST Council meeting there is going to be a price reduction. Sir, as we all know that now the sunset time is going on for the anti-profiting. Okay, so there may be chances that this 56 GST Council meeting or the proposed changes is going to be beneficial for the manufacturers only, for the businessmen only. Whether the benefit will be transferred to end consumer or not, that is what is a big question, because no anti-profiting. So there may be chances that the government has reduced the GST rate. Now the question is that whether the tax payer, that is the manufacturer, is going to raise the prices to maintain the same price or not. That is what is also a big concern, big question for all of us. Okay, so this is the one thing. Second thing, sir, from 22nd of September the rate is going to change. So a very special opportunity you can say for all of us. The point is that, sir, when there will be a change in rate, there will be inventory. The question is on account of inventory valuation. The question is on account of transitional provisions. The question is on account of your reversal of input tax credit. And if the professionals are not going to gain the knowledge regarding these complex situations, in that case there may be chances that they will file the wrong return, or they will not submit the relevant details with the government. And due to that, after 1 year, after 1 and 5 year, there will be a very huge chances for the litigation. So again, this time we can say this is the rebirth of GST, and at the time of rebirth of GST we all should be very much careful while handling the compliances. Otherwise, sir, notices will be for you in future definitely. Okay, if you have taken any session from me or any class from me, in that case my each and every class I have shared one quotation that, sir, if you are merely handling the GST compliances, GST returns, in such a scenario your future of GST practice will be in doubt, because very soon government is coming with the automation of returns. And now in this 56th GST Council meeting, government has also given the line GST 2.0, and very soon the GST 3.0 will also come. At that time the complete automated return filing will be there. So as a tax professional, as a tax practitioner, my role will be limited to the advisory. My role will be limited to the litigations handling. My role will be limited to the management and the consultancy on account of the complex matters which is generated to these type of effects or these types of meetings or changes. So I suggest each one of you, please be ready for the future of GST, GST 2.0 and GST 3.0. Okay, from 22nd of September, it's very easy. But sir, if you will read the complete press release of Ministry of Finance or GST Council, in that case you will found that a lot of complex situation will be there in very near future. How you are going to value your inventory, what about the retail sale price, what about the market sale price, maximum retail price, what will happen, how the valuation is going on, multiple questions are there. So in this particular session I am just trying to give you an idea that what is going to be happen in near future, so that you can ready yourself. And also a very important thing which I want to share with you, that is, sir, the most important, we all should ready for the future changes which is coming. Okay, so this 56th GST Council meeting and the critical analysis and the critical explanation, sir, you all are ready for the discussion. I just require your comments in the chat box that you are ready. If you are ready, then we'll start our discussion. Okay, and sir, this session is just a guidance like session. Okay, I am not able to provide the complete analysis. Reason being, government has still not issued the notification. When government is going to issue the notification, at that time we'll found that how these things going to be happen. That is what is the question. Okay, so we also need to wait for the notifications by the government. But yes, this session is very important because this session is giving you the practical and the basic idea about the changes which is coming through this 56th GST Council meeting. Sir, may I have your comments in the chat box that are you ready for the discussion on the critical and complex matters of this 56th GST Council meeting? We'll start my discussion when I will get the maximum number of comments. Okay, because sir, your comments gives me the energy to discuss the topics in a very practical way. Okay, and I request those who have joined the session, please be there till the last moment of session, because a lot of very special things we are going to discuss. Okay, thank you those who are making the comments in the chat box. It's really very appreciable that you are putting your efforts and making your comments in the chat box, because it plays a very important role for me. Sir, this particular PDF file for the changes through this 56th GST Council meeting, we have created in a very special way. We have designed in a very special way, because there may be chances the changes which has been proposed by the government. Okay, there may be chances that one may know about the particular things about the current provision. So in this particular PDF file, in this particular booklet, what we have done, we have provided first the explanation of the section. We have provided first the explanation of the section. We have first provided the explanation of the current provision. Okay, then after we have shared the consequences of the current provisions. Okay, so we have shared the current provision, then after the consequences of the current provision, then after we have taken the recommendation of 56th GST Council meeting for each and every change and the effect of that change, effect of the proposed amendment, so that one can easily gain the idea that what was the earlier provision, or you can say what is the current provision and what will be the future provision regarding the specific section. That is what is the motive. Okay, so the first change, which is with respect to the intermediary. Okay, sir, one more thing which we need to keep in our mind, there may be chances some professional may say that, sir, we are not providing any service to the intermediary, we are just filing the returns and handling the compliances, so why we need to learn the complex things? As sir already shared with you that in very near future everything will be automated, so there may be chances that you have to work regarding the critical and complex matters, so be ready from today itself. Okay, the first point regarding the intermediary service. So first question is that what do you mean by this intermediary service? Okay, and sir, I will not take your much more time. We'll conclude the session in next 40 to 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, so I just require your 50 minutes, and in next 50 minutes we'll give you the complete complex idea of this 56th GST Council meeting. First concept, which is intermediary service. What do you mean by intermediary? When a particular person is going to provide the service or play the role as a bridge or pull between the supplier and between the recipient. Okay, suppose the intermediary who is arranging the service, the supplier is in India, the buyer is in outside India, that is you can say foreign. Okay, or there may be chances the intermediary is providing the service in India on behalf of the person who is there at foreign. So earlier government said that whenever a particular person is going to act like an intermediary, at that time will treat the place of supply as the location of the supplier. Will treat the place of supply as the location of the supplier. What do you mean? Suppose there is one foreign person. Okay, on behalf of that foreign person, I am arranging certain facilities in India itself. Okay, so I am acting like an intermediary. Okay, So government is saying, Mr. Sachin, when you are acting like an intermediary, in that case, your place of supply is location of the supplier. That means location of my, and my location, suppose I am from Jodhpur, Rajasthan, so place of supply will also be Jodhpur, Rajasthan. So accordingly, government is saying C and S GST should be charged. Okay. This matter is also disputed before the Honorable High Court as well. Okay. Because matter was that when Mr. Sachin is going to provide the services to a foreign entity and provide the services on behalf of that foreign entity in India, basically Mr. Sachin is providing the service to foreign entity. So the same should be treated as export and the benefits of zero rated should be provided. But in the section number 13, subsection number 8, subclause number B, government has clarified that in case of intermediary services, the place of supply will be treated as location of supplier. Accordingly, CGST and SGST should be charged. Now, in this 56th GST Council meeting, government has proposed one amendment. And government said that we are omitting this section number 13, subsection 8, subclause number B. That means now onwards, when an intermediary is going to provide the service, the place of supply will not be treated as the location of supplier. The place of supply will be treated as location of recipient. Due to this specific clause, now suppose as an intermediary, I am providing my services on behalf of a foreign client in India. That means basically I am providing my service to a foreign entity and the recipient is outside India. So the same will be treated as export. And all the benefits of zero rated supply will be available for me. You can say no requirement to pay the GST export without payment of tax. That is what is the effect of this specific omission of section number 13, subsection 8, clause number B. And sir, this change is very important because there may be chances our client is dealing in these type of things. And earlier our client is paying CGST and SGST, but now we have the opportunity, we can suggest our client that no need to pay GST because your services will be treated as the export. Okay. Now, one question is there in my brain. I think the same question is there in your brain as well. Sir, suppose government is proposing this specific change. What about the previous cases? Because earlier also government has treated the intermediary services and treated the place of supply as the location of supplier only. So government has charged CGST and SGST, and now if government is going to propose the change, in that case the taxpayer is going to argue that earlier we have paid CGST and SGST, now you are saying it will be treated as export, so the same should be applicable from retrospective basis. So now question is that whether this change, whether this amendment will be applicable from retrospective basis or prospective basis, that is what is the question. Sir, whenever there will be a favorable change to the assessee, okay, the history is the biggest evidence that in that case government is going to apply that amendment from prospective basis, not from retrospective basis. Okay, so now this will also become a matter of litigation. Okay, in the same scenario, the Honorable High Court has also held, Bombay High Court has also held the constitutional validity of section 13, subsection 8, subclause number B, that the same should be treated as IGST Act only. Accordingly, the same will be treated as export. But now the government is going to propose the change, and government is saying we are going to omit section number 13, subsection 8, subclause number B, and due to that the location of recipient of service will be treated as place of supply. The benefit will be eligible for exports. It will reduce the cost for the foreign client because no GST, so the foreign customer will get the service at a lower price, and there will be an inflow of foreign currency in India very easily. Okay, it will also reduce the litigations. So these are the benefits of this one change, intermediary, section 13, subsection 8, subclause number B. Okay. So I just request each one of you, sir, let me know your first point related to the intermediary service and the specific change is okay for everyone. Just confirm me once in the chat box. Also, I must request each one of you, If you are enjoying the session, if you are really learning something from this session, then please press the like button which is there on your panel, okay, so that it will create more energy to me. Okay, now amendment to section number 15 subsection 3 and the section number 34. Okay, I hope first point related to intermediary is okay for everyone. Second point, that is related to discount. Sir, a very special issue that is related to discount. Okay, and we all know the mode of litigations is due to discount is very high. Okay, many notices are there on account of this discount term only. So just try to understand the term discount. Sir, as we all know that while making the supply, if you have provided any discount while making the supply, if you have provided any discount, in that case you can adjust it, you can reduce your outward supply, you can reduce your output tax liability as well. Okay, suppose the terms has already been agreed regarding the discount at the time of supply or before the supply. That means the quantum of discount has not been defined, but the terms related to discount has already been decided. In that case also we can say that discount will be treated as with effect of GST. But there were one clause that if the terms related to discount has been decided after supply, in that case that discount will be treated as your commercial discount and you should issue the commercial credit note. That means in that case you are just supposed to reduce your outward liability, you are not supposed to reduce your output tax. Okay, that is called as my post sales discount, because government is saying if you have agreed the terms, and terms should be in writing. Now here we just need to take the reference of Indian Contract Act. As per Indian Contract Act, your oral contract is also treated as valid contract, but government is not getting the point. Sir, one more request from my side. If you are agree with me, or if you want to make your practices on a next level, then there is requirement of one thing. If you want to boost your practices, then I am always saying that merely knowledge of GST law is not sufficient. You also need to learn the allied laws like the Indian Contract Act, like the Evidence Act, like the Information Technology Act, like the Retail Sale Price Act. Very soon, Sale of Goods Act. You have to take care at the time of MRP and RSP in case of valuation under GST itself. Okay, so allied laws are also very important. And sir, this is my humble submission to you. Whatever will be your age, you just need to start the learning of these grounds as well. Okay, it will give you a knowledge, it will give you an analytical aspect, it will give you a comparative analysis as well. Okay, so as per Indian Contract Act, your oral contract is also a valid contract. So there are multiple litigations which is pending before the Honorable High Court on this specific ground. When the taxpayer is saying that sir, oral contract was there and due to that we have given the discount and the same should be treated as pre-agreed, so we have right to reduce our outward supply as well as our output tax, but government is saying no written contract, so we are not supposed to provide the benefits. As per section number 15 subsection 3, this section imposes that the discount term should be decided at the time of before making the supply, or if you have given after but the terms has already been decided, in that case completely okay. Otherwise your refund, your discount will not be eligible to reduce your output tax. Okay, now in the 56th GST Council meeting, government has proposed one amendment in section number 15 subsection 3 subclause number B, and they said that if the terms of discount has been decided post supply, then also will treat the discount as a valid discount and the taxpayer can reduce the outward supply and output tax as well. No requirement of commercial credit note, the taxpayer can issue the GST related credit note as well, not an issue. So one favorable decision is there. Okay, now onwards there will be no litigation on account of the pre-agreed terms and post-agreed terms. Okay, if the taxpayer has booked the discount in the books of accounts, then the person will be eligible to reduce the outward liability and reduce the outward supply as well. Now one favorable point is there, so one adverse point is also there. In this section number 34, government is proposing an amendment and incorporating a specific clause that, sir, government is incorporating a specific clause that, sir, now onwards, when you are issuing the credit note on account of discount and you are reducing your outward liability and output tax, at the same time you just need to ensure that your recipient should reverse the input tax credit. Now one biggest concern is that, sir, from July 2017 till now, I am taking care of my supplier, that my supplier has filed the return, paid the taxes, so that the same will be reflected in my GSTR 2A, 2B, so that I will be eligible to claim the input tax credit. But now onwards, I have to take care of my recipient as well. On account of the credit note issued by me, that my recipient has reversed the input tax credit or not, I have to take the certificate from him as well. This will also be a very crucial amendment, crucial change, because this will be quite difficult for us to take the confirmation from the recipient, because there may be chances many times we are selling the goods through the agent. So how we can take the confirmation related certificates? So this is the issue, because nowadays departmental authority is also asking the reversal related documentation in many cases, but now in section number 34, government incorporating itself, then multiple concerns will be there regarding this one matter. So be ready for the specific change on account of the discount related credit note. Section number 15, subsection 3. Okay, now the terms, if you have decided post supply, then also the discount, you can issue the GST related credit notes, not an issue. Okay, this is the next point. Now, third point, which is also very much special. Sir, I request each one of you, I will share with you the complete PDF file. Okay, I am sharing with you the explanation with examples. I request post getting this PDF file, just go through with it very carefully. Okay, because this file created in a very designed way. When the notification will come from the government side, it will be very easy to link these basics with the notifications. Okay, although we'll plan one session when the notification will be issued by the government. Okay, now zero rated supply. Sir, government is saying that in case of zero rated supply, you can say export or special economic zone. You can say special economic zone or export. In case of a special economic zone and in case of export, government is saying the provisional refund will be there. That means without any documentation, government is going to provide you the refund of 90%. Okay, this will give you the flow of working capital. Okay, because we all know that the working capital is the soul of any business. Okay, or we can say the working capital is the main element of any business to conduct the business in a very smooth way. And government is also planning for the same, that for sake of your working capital, they are going to provide the facility for 90% provisional refund. Okay, the same facility was available earlier as well under section number 54 subsection 6. But now in this 56th GST Council meeting, government has added one very special line that, sir, your provisional refund will be on account of system based risk evaluation. Now you can say, what do you mean by the system based risk evaluation? Sir, we all know very well that government knows everything about us, or we can say government knows more than the data which we know about ourselves. Okay, government knows everything. Your income tax portal, your GST portal, your corporate portal, your credit card related portals, every portal is linked with each other, and through that particular data analysis, they are going to get your risk evaluation, and based on that your provisional refund will be allowed. Just like your credit score, there will be a score which is there in GST. You know, in GST also the ranking is going to be provided to the taxpayer. Many times our taxpayer, our client, is making unnecessary delay in filing the returns. Okay, and that person is saying that I am ready to pay the late fees, why you are taking very much load? At that time we just need to suggest, sir, due to your proper filing of refund or due to your proper filing of returns, your score is going to be generated at the end of GSTN. and ranking is also going to be provided, and based on that your case is selected for scrutiny, assessment and audit, and based on that your finance is also going to be provided by the banks, and in very near future on the basis of the transparency the same will be applicable completely. So the system based risk assessment is going to be happen on the basis of this, on the basis of interlinkage of data. Government is going to provide you the refund. Now when they will issue the notifications, at that time we'll found the mechanism for the refund on account of provisional. As we all know how the refund is going to be passed in front of the departmental authority, how the licensing is going to be work. When we are providing all the documentation to the departmental authority, at that time also we require the licensing. So when departmental authority will allow us for the refund without any documentation, at that time, sir, at that time, what will happen? What type of licensing is required? We just need to concern about that. Okay. So this is the change which is there. We just need to wait for the notifications. When the notification will come, then we'll know the mechanism of the refund on account of this zero rated supply. Next, government allowed the provisional refund in case of inverted duty structure also. What do you mean by this inverted duty structure? When the rate of GST which is applicable on account of your outward supply is lower than the rate of GST which is applicable on your inward supply, at that time there will be an accumulation of balance of input tax credit. So now government is saying for filing a refund application we have to submit multiple documentation with the departmental authority. We have to file an application with all the relevant documentation, then only the refund is going to be provided. The refund is going to be provided. So now government is saying in case of inverted duty structure will also provide you the refund on account of provisional basis, and the refund is also due to your system driven risk assessment. If your system is going to give you the positive marks, in that case you will get the provisional refund, otherwise provisional refund will not be allowed. So now onwards we can suggest our client that read the 56th GST Council meeting. Your credibility plays a very important role for getting the refunds as well, and it will also create an impact. So this is my change regarding the refund on account of zero rated supply and on account of inverted duty structure. Okay, total 4 points we have done. Okay, 2 points are on account of refunds and 2 points others like discount, section number 15 subsection 3, and the intermediary services. Sir, if it is possible for you, just confirm me once in the chat box on the YouTube chat box panel that sir everything is okay for you. Are you enjoying the session? I request each one of you, those joining the session live, that are you getting the points? Are you enjoying the session? So that we can take the next point, GST refunds on low value consignments. Sir, earlier there were one restriction that if the tax amount for which you are filing the refund application is less than 1000 rupees, you will not be eligible to file a refund application. You will not be eligible to file a refund application. But now, as we all know, for many SME, for many small dealers, MSME registered person, the consignment value is very less. Okay, so the tax amount is also going to be very less, and due to the less consignment value, due to the less value, they are not supposed to file a refund application. In that case, again it will create a blockage of working capital, but government wants the seamless flow of working capital. Okay, hence government proposed a change in 56th GST Council meeting and said that now there will be no any restrictions on account of refund amount. If your refund amount for the consignment value less than 1000 rupees tax amount, in that case also you can file the refund. If your amount is 100 rupee, in that case also you can file the refund application. So government has removed the amount related restrictions in case of export. So this is again a very special change which has been proposed in 56th GST Council meeting. Next change, which is again a very special change, that is simplified GST registration. Sir, we all know now, if I want to file a GST registration application, in such a scenario, there may be chances departmental authority may select the case for the physical verification. Departmental authority may assign for the biometric authentication. Departmental authority may issue the show cause notice. Then after I have to submit the response, and then after the departmental authority is going to check, and accordingly the decision will be there. Okay. Or in that process, there may be chances 1 month is lapsed, and due to that it will affect directly to the business. For a new businessman, for a new taxpayer who wants to pay the tax, who wants to take the GST registration, but due to very complicated process, that person is not eligible to do so, and it will unnecessarily create the hurdles, it will unnecessarily create the burdens as well. Okay. So now government said that for a small and medium sized taxpayer, they want to take the GST registration, then will provide a specific facility of simplified mechanism for the GST registration. Okay. And in that case, government is saying within 3 days will approve your GST registration automatically. System driven risk assessment. Okay. That means the taxpayer is going to be classified as a low risk through the system evaluation. And how the system is going to check the evaluation? On the basis of past score, on the basis of income tax portal, on the basis of credit report. Multiple sources are there, and based on that the ranking will be decided, and on account of that ranking the case will be marked as low risk, as high risk. And if the case fall under low risk, in that case, yes, you will be eligible for the automated process of registration. Okay. In that case also, government has imposed one condition, that your monthly output tax liability should not exceed 2,50,000 rupees. Why this type of restriction is there? The reason being, there may be chances, sir, there may be chances that if government is going to provide the automatic return process, maybe many fraud persons take GST registration automatically. They may transfer the input tax credit through the fake invoicing, through the paper transactions, and it will unnecessarily affect the complete economy, complete circle, complete chain, or it will increase the burden of the GST officers as well. So for sake of comfort, government has imposed these specific restrictions, that if you are taking the automatic GST registration, then your output tax liability should not exceed 2.5 lakh rupees monthly for a limited amount of time. Okay. So basically, when the notification will come, at that time the departmental authority will provide the facility for opting out, opting in, okay, regarding the automated GST registration. And this participation is completely voluntary. If the taxpayer wants for the complete systematic GST registration, that also allowed, and if someone wants for the automatic GST registration, that will also be allowed. Okay. So this is also very special change, and yes, this change is very much required from trade and industry perspective as well, on account of the GST registration. Sir, these updates from practical perspective are very relevant for us, because if our client is coming to our office and asking for the registration mechanism, asking for the refund, we should be in a situation to provide a best consultancy to our client. Okay. That is from registration perspective. Next, which is also very important, that is e-commerce operator platform. That means many small suppliers, they are making the supply through the e-commerce operators. Means, sir, as we all know, many small taxpayers or many small traders are making the supply through the e-commerce operator platform. Okay. And in the current scenario, we all know that many ladies, household person, housewives are also making the supply through the e-commerce operator platform, and they are selling the goods through the e-commerce operator platform as well. Now, if you are making the supply through the e-commerce operator platform, then there is requirement to take the GST registration in different states. And for now, if I want to take the GST registration in different states, in that case, there is requirement of physical place of business, that is called as principal place of business. Physical address is required. And due to that, it will unnecessarily create the burden on the small taxpayers, small traders who are willing to make the supply through the e-commerce operator platform. And this will demotivate them. because in case of e-commerce operator, the business is conducted from one place, but the point is that they have to take multiple places in different states. So in that case, there is requirement of multiple physical principal place of business. It will create the burden. So government has come up with a very specific proposed change. Government said that, sir, if you are making the supply, and if you are a small supplier and you are making the supply through the e-commerce operator platform, in that case you not need to take the GST registration different states physically. That means no requirement of physical principal place of business. Most probably government is coming with the concept of virtual place of business. You can take the registration on a virtual address. Accordingly, your registration will be there, but it will reduce your costing regarding the physical place and the maintenance as well. So this will be a welcome step from the government side regarding the e-commerce operator platform. So we can suggest, if a small supplier, if a small trader wants to take the GST registration and come into our office for the advisory regarding the physical principal place of business in different states, we can easily suggest that, sir, wait till 22nd of September, because government is going to coming with a notification regarding the matter when no different physical principal place of required in different states. You can start your business through virtual address as well. So this will also be a new area of consultancy. These 7 are the major changes in this 56th GST Council meeting, which is proposed. Okay, I request each one of you that, sir, before providing any advisory to your client, I humbly request to each one of you, just go through with the relevant notifications as well, which is going to be issued by the government in due course. Because this is just a basic picture. This is just a mirror, you can say. Now the complete things which is wrapped in the mirror, we need to check it out. Okay. So just wait for the notifications as well. And yes, when the notification will come, critically examine the each and every clause of the notifications. Because, sir, one wrong consultancy will make a lot of litigations in future. Okay. And this will also a special reason for losing your client as well. Okay, I'm always saying that client attraction is easy, but client retention is very difficult. If time permits, then we have a session on practice management as well, how to grow your practices, which is also available on YouTube, and many times we are conducting the session physically. So I request, if it is possible, then just go through with the session once. Okay, it will give you idea that what are the things which is required, because now there is also requirement to learn certain other things as well with the law. Okay, now there is one more proposed change in the definition, that is specified premises. I request, sir, for each and every law, whether it is your GST law, whether it is your income tax law, section number 2, which is related to definition, plays a very important role. Okay, now in case of specified premises, government has given the definition of specified premises, and government said, when a restaurant which is a standalone restaurant, that means only restaurant services, in that case that restaurant will not be eligible for the benefit of 18% GST with input tax credit. That restaurant should avail the benefit of 5% GST input, 5% output tax without input tax credit, because the specified premises is especially applicable for the hotel plus restaurant only. Okay, so government has given an explanation regarding the specified premises, and they clearly said that your standalone restaurant will not qualify the definition of specified services, so the restaurant will not be eligible for the 18% GST with input tax credit. They have to directly pay 5% GST without input tax credit. Okay, sir, the goods and services related changes which has been proposed in section number 50 in the 56th GST Council meeting, will share one Excel sheet. Okay, I am not going to discuss the each and every item and the rates, because that is completely irrelevant. A layman, a 10th pass out student can easily check that this is the product, this is the proposed rate, this is the existing rate. Okay, but yes, and at the end of session we'll show you an Excel sheet that will be very helpful for you. Okay, Next, GST Appellant Tribunal. Sir, a lot of litigations are pending in our offices as well, which is pending to be filed before the GST Appellant Tribunal. Okay. Now government said that your GST Appellant Tribunal is going to be operational by the end of September. And the hearing is expected to be started by the December 2025, and the cutoff date to file all the pending appeals will be on 30th June 2026. Although these deadlines are very difficult to meet because still the tribunal is not constituted, but yes, government has given the dates, so we need to take care of these dates, and we should also ready for GST Appellant Tribunal because, sir, if I need to argue in front of appellant authority, it's completely okay. You can argue on the basis of reconciliations and the documentation. But when you have to present in front of appellant tribunal, you should be very much careful about the law. You should take care of each and every critical and analytical aspect of law. Okay. Although if you are assigning that case to some expert, in that case also for the basic preparation, you should have the knowledge. Okay. Otherwise, your client will bear a lot of things. Okay. So please be ready for that. Amendment to the GST valuation rules. As we all know, there is a very huge change in the rates of various products. And there is a specific rule regarding the valuation in case of lottery. 100 divided by 128 multiplied by the face value or the price which is published in the official gazette, whichever is higher, blah, 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 like that. So in that case, when the GST rate is going to be changed for multiple product, at the same time, there is requirement of a revised calculation of the lottery tickets as well. So government has given the recommendation that, sir, will align the valuation rules with respect to the lottery tickets. They will come up. Okay. Next, government is saying in case of tobacco and related products, your valuation will be basis of retail sales price. This change, this proposed change is very simple, looking very simple, but this will affect very badly and very especially, I can say, because now in case of tobacco and related products, government is saying that you have to value based on retail sale price. Suppose the retail sale price is 100 rupees, but the transaction has been taken place is 80 only. The person is receiving 80 only, but government is saying you have to pay GST on 100 rupees because the valuation is as per retail sale price method. So now take care of this point very specially. Okay, this is just an indication from my side. Just wait for the notification. When the notification will come, they will give you the complete mechanism as well. But yes, this will be a very crucial scenario when your valuation is going to be done based on the retail sale price. Okay, the effective rate of the changes will be applicable from 22nd of September 2025. But in case of tobacco and pan masala, the rates is going to be changed from a specific date which has been notified after the recovery of loan. As we all know, the government has given the loan to each and every state for the compensation of losses. When the state is going to pay the complete tax, complete principal amount and interest on account of that loan, then after the effective price, the changed rate of 40% will be applicable in case of tobacco and related products. And till that, the normal rate which is going to be applicable with cess. On all other products, the rate is going to be changed from 22nd of September 2025. This is going to be very special day for all of us, the first day of Navratri. Sir, just confirm me once in the chat box. You all have gained something special regarding the 56th GST Council meeting. Just confirm me once in the chat box. Sir, have you enjoyed the session? Because I have two very important points to be discussed. One is related to time of supply. Sir, we all are busy in the preparation of many reconciliations like 3BN1, 2BN1, the RCM related calculations. We all are busy in that type of calculation. Okay. In the return filing, in the compliance handling. But sir, now onwards, your base of the litigations will be time of supply, place of supply, value of supply, refunds, etc. So today I am just going to give you a hint that what type of litigation will be there in future and what is the very special things which we need to keep in our mind from this 56th GST Council meeting and rate revision perspective. Because what Many professionals are thinking that due to this rate revision, what will affect? Just the taxpayer has to change the GST rate in the accounting software and done. Sir, we have to take care a lot of things while filing the return. Suppose the rate is changing from 22nd of September. Suppose the taxpayer has made the supply on 23rd of September. Okay. But the invoice or payment has already been done. Invoice and payment has already been done on 22nd of 21st of September 2025. In such a scenario, the rate of GST will be old or new. That is what is the question. So one can say, sir, the supply has been made on 23rd of September. So the rate of GST should be new rate. Accordingly, suppose you have paid 5% GST. But as per section number 14, time of supply principle, your time of supply will fall as on 21st of September because invoice on payment both are prior to the change. So accordingly, the 21st will be treated as time of supply, and the old rate, suppose the 18% was the old rate, that will be treated as your rate which is applicable. Suppose due to the wrong interpretation of law, taxpayer has paid 5% with the government. In future, after 1-2 years, the department will come up with a huge demand with interest, with penalty. And at that time, our client will say that, sir, you have filed the return, you have handled all the compliances. Now, why this type of liability, why this type of imposition is there on me? And it will be the biggest reason for the losing of the client. This is just one example regarding the determination of time of supply and importance. If you will check section number 14, which is very important regarding the time of supply, when the supply made before change or supply made after change. In both the legs, there are three different legs and three different provisions for determining the time of supply. And accordingly, time of supply, the rate of GST will be applicable. Section number 14 is specifically here in case of change in rate of tax. So I request each one of you, before 22nd of September 2025, just one thing we all should do, that we just need to learn the time of supply related concepts very practically. Next, sir, next point. I will just take your 2 to 3 minutes more. This is very interesting regarding the input tax credit. There is one rumor in the market that, sir, on 22nd of September, suppose my product is going to fall under 5%. Earlier 18%, but now when I will make my outward supply, so I have to charge 5% only, but on my inward 18%, so there will be accumulation in my credit ledger, and this situation will fall under inverted duty structure because the rate of GST which is applicable on outward supply is less with comparison to rate of GST which is applicable on inward supply. So you can say, yes, it is applicable or available for the inverted duty structure. Now question is that whether it will be eligible or allowable for the inverted duty structure, yes or no? A big no, because the refund on account of inverted duty structure will only allow when there will be a smooth flow, when there will be a smooth flow, when there will be a smooth flow of the rate. If due to rate revision there will be accumulation of input tax credit, you will not be eligible for the inverted duty structure. Okay, so if your client is asking for inverted duty structure, no mechanism is available, the accumulation of ITC due to rate change. This is the first point. Second point, sir, if your goods fall under exempted, ITC reversal is required. Third point, if you have two products, one is exempted, another is taxable, then we should take care of rule number 4243. And you know, 70% of professionals have no idea about the perfect calculation of rule number 4243, and now 70 to 80% cases will fall under rule 4243 regarding the reversal. So what will be the future of litigation, you can assume. So be ready for the litigations of future regarding the GST. Okay, sir, everyone is asking about the rates, how we can check the rates on multiple products. Okay, so at the end of the session, will share with you, after the end of the session, we can say, I will share with you one very special Excel sheet. Okay, in that Excel sheet, I am just going to show you that Excel sheet. In that particular Excel sheet, what we have done, in that particular Excel sheet, what we have done, we have provided multiple products. Okay, and based on the products, we have provided the existing rate and the proposed rate. Okay, suppose on ultra high temperature milk, the existing rate is 5%, the future rate will be nil. So accordingly, we have classified multiple heads and we have given the existing rate and proposed rate for your ready reference. Okay, hence I am not going to discuss the rates, and that is completely irrelevant as well to discuss the rate revision. Okay, so I am going to provide you one Excel sheet. I will also share this PDF file with the president, so they will share with you in the group regarding the PDF file and regarding the Excel file as well. Sir, at the end of this session, I request each one of you, whatever will be your feedback about this session, you can put it in the comment box. And also, sir, today we have done the recommendation related to the 56th GST Council meeting in a simplified way. We have tried to learn the effects of these changes. We have done the analysis of time of supply and the effect in case of input tax credit as well. So I request each one of you, whatever will be your feedback regarding our today's session, you can put it in the chat box. I hope you all have enjoyed the session, and very soon we'll try to plan one more session when the notifications will come regarding the 56th GST Council meeting for all of you. We'll meet you in another session, another physical session as well. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening once again. On behalf of TCS EC team, I extend my sincere gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Sri CA Sachin Jain sir, for his insightful presentation on the simplified analysis of the 56th GST Council meeting. The clarity with which the complex provisions and recent updates were explained has been immensely valuable for all of us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you once again for organizing this session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I also wish to thank the participants for their keen interest and active involvement, which enriches today's discussion. Once again, I thank everyone present here for making this program meaningful and successful. We look forward to your continued support and participation in our future and knowledge sharing sessions. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.